Actually, we're going to play my debate that I had with Gavin Newsom. I pushed him hard about, I said, really? You're going to tell me that you don't see that Joe Biden is a cognitive mess? What's interesting is, Linda, and I know you missed this and you only heard the audio, he didn't really dispute my assertion that he's a cognitive mess. Yeah, but he's done so many other great things. I'm like, whoa, are you...
After the Pacific Islander acronym?
Exactly. That was pretty bad, as was bumping into the flagpole, as was walking off the stage and not shaking the hands.
You have to laugh because it's freaking insane.
I laugh or I want to cry because this is our country. I genuinely feel this, and this is not R versus D, conservative, liberal. I look at him and I watch and I cringe and I'm embarrassed. I feel embarrassed for him. Where are the people that in his life that really love him and care for him? They ought to be, there needs to be an intervention and say, Joe, you're not well enough for the job. You're deteriorating before our eyes. No, they just implement Operation Keep Joe from Falling and give him rubber-soled shoes, from now on, and he's wearing sneakers. How dare Axios write that article and tell us the truth? Anyway, so we'll get to that later in the program. We got a lot on the economy. We got a lot on immigration. Then I asked News, talked about borders. And I simply went over this with it. Are you serious? You don't think we have a massive crisis at the border? And he tries to defend it. Tried to defend the high gas prices. Oh, we're being price gouged in California. I said, oh, so you're the only state? Because the national average is $4 a gallon. In his state, I have the economic numbers in front of me here. It is, let's see, right now, in Southern California, weekly cost average $6.89. God forbid you want Supreme in your gas tank. That's over $7. Diesel costs $7.50. I mean, this is insane. You want to know why everything costs more at every store you go to? Because it costs more. And now they're going to pay a minimum wage. And I love In-N-Out Burgers. They're paying those employees $20 an hour to flip burgers. That's not bad. Okay, problem is, when I go there, I didn't pay any attention to what I paid. I just don't care. If they charged $100, I'm getting my In-N-Out Burger. Period, end of sentence. Why? Just stop. You can't lecture me about food when you have that disgusting puke drink. Take a picture of it and put it on my Twitter account. Show people how disgusting that thing is. So anyway, and we just got into all of that and about whether or not under any circumstances he'd accept the nomination to run for president for the Democratic Party in 2024. And I had to push hard to get the answer no, under no circumstances. So that was pretty interesting. The other big story short of the debate, and if you guys want to, you out there in Radio Land would like to respond to the debate and give me your thoughts on it, who you think did well, who don't you think did well, what about this report that maybe the Republican race would be shaken up with maybe a late entry, maybe, Youngkin would jump in, I don't, what impact that has, I don't know. I will tell you this, I love debates, I really do. I had a hard time last night because I know I can name a bunch of people, starting with Chris Christie, and no offense to the North Dakota governor, who is impressive, but they don't belong on the stage. They're not going to be viable candidates. At some point, the criteria's got to be you're pulling double-digit numbers or you don't belong there. Do I think Trump should show up when the guy has a 40-point lead in the primary? I actually don't think he should. Although, he was called out on it a number of times last night. That's my own opinion. What I do, and I asked myself, what would I do if I was ever in that situation? I probably wouldn't do it. We have the impeachment inquiry hearings beginning today, and it has been very, very enlightening. Very enlightening. Starting with Byron Donalds. He reads a text from Jim Biden to Hunter Biden saying,